Hey there, this is Mike Gingerich with another Alive with Mike Halftime Mike podcast. And today I want to talk about a number of emerging digital marketing trends that I think you need to be aware of. You've probably seen them, you've probably received them, but are you considering them for your business? This is both B2B and B2C that these can apply to. The key is that you're not just always doing the same thing, but you're evolving with what is happening and you're staying current with the things that are going on and how you and your business might be able to utilize those. So the first is SMS marketing, and that is text message marketing. And what we're seeing emerge are platforms that allow you to do text message SMS marketing similar, to similar, quote unquote. Let me explain that a little bit to what you would have done with email marketing. Okay, so it does require an opt-in, so you have to get somebody's mobile phone number, so that's a process to begin with. And you have to find out ways to do that. You can have them opt in to receive messages after buying a product, or maybe there's a subscriber sign up on your website. Maybe you're doing that via a chatbot on your website to encourage people to subscribe. So there's multiple ways to do that, but once you get them in there, then similar to an email message, you can create a text message and you can schedule that to go out and stay alert, and make them aware of things. Why? What's the benefit of that? Well, think about your email versus your text message marketing, or your text messages. And if you're like me, you get a lot of emails, so you don't have notifications going on that on your mobile device, but you do for text messages. So text messages, a lot of people, even more than email, have notifications on, so they have those coming up, and people can see those and get a hold of those. And so with text message marketing, you need to be short, you need to be crisp, but it's a good way to stay top of mind. And again, there are multiple uses for these. It can be product information after the purchase, so even shipping updates, those types of things. But it can be upsells, it can be new product releases, it can be offer specials, coupons, those types of things, all done via text message. We're just seeing that more and more. Why? Because people use their mobile devices, they use texting, and it gets in front of them better, more so than what just email did, and more so than just social media, because they had to be on that social media platform. But here, you can reach them anywhere. They have the mobile device. They always have that with them. So I've got a post out I'm going to link to in the comments about the best 2021 SMS marketing platforms, and it's a great list, and it goes into more detail on SMS marketing, some best practices as well, but gives you the top systems that are out there that you can subscribe to. A lot of these are low-cost monthly subscriptions that allow you to give you a lot of bang for your buck and be able to create those type of SMS marketing campaigns, all on that. Okay, second thing that is emerging is web push notifications. Now, you've probably seen this. You maybe have already opted into some of them, but are you familiar with them and even how to use them? So web push notifications are those little messages that pop up to, particularly like I'm on a desktop, my laptop computer now, I'm on Mac, and so you see those messages pop up. Hey, do you want to subscribe to get alerts when we have a something new, a new blog post come out, that type of thing. So I use those on MikeGingerich.com, and so you can subscribe to that. And then if you subscribe, I say, okay, great, I got your web push notification. So then anytime I launch a new blog post, that user will get a push notification that says that new post live on MikeGingerich.com, title XYZ, that type of thing. And it has a little the featured image from that post is in that. So it's just a little bar, usually appears in the top right, wherever your right is on as I'm doing this. And what it is a subscription method to get a push notification that is done through a browser. So Firefox, Chrome, Safari, And these can be, you can get people to sign up as a subscription. You can also schedule messages to go out. It's just a simple one that I use is to alert people to a new blog post going live. But you can also, again, update them with a message with some type of new product information, new release, a special, that type of thing. Once you get them subscribed, the subscribe thing is pretty easy there, but it's all web browser based. Okay, so think of push notifications that you get from your mobile device. Like I just said, text messages. So you get a push notification, there's a new message, right? So this is browser based, and so it's and there is one caveat: it works best on desktop. It does not work, across all mobile platforms like Safari mobile. I haven't seen a lot of solutions for that yet, but with Chrome, it can have those. But we're particularly talking about this is a kind of a great B2B tool because you can reach people who are using their, at their computer. Okay. And it'll give them those push notifications. So it's another way to get people to subscribe and to be alerted to different things. Keep you top of mind. Give them information, and it's less. Again, the email subscribing. How many emails have you subscribed to, and do you read all of those? I have trouble even with Gmail. It gets buried and goes into the other folders, and I don't see them, and there's so many of them. But with a browser push notification, it is right there. It's in the top right of my screen. It's not obtrusive, but it's clear, and it alerts me to that. So from a marketing perspective, you can stay in touch in front of people. Not a ton of people are using those, but and so there's opportunity there to be kind of an early mover on those. And I've got over 1,000 subscribers on my blog, MikeGingerich.com. And so that's a significant chunk in a short amount of time in the past 8 months that I've been using that to get that, and to know that if I push a message out, that boom, 1,000 people get that in their browser, in their device, via the browser notification there. So want to encourage you to think about web push notifications. Also going to link to a blog post that I have about that as well. So that's the two new tools, emerging trends. And again, they're fighting email fatigue, and they're top of mind. They're getting right there in front of you with these pieces. They're finding ways to do that with where people are at and what they're doing, and across devices. They don't just have to be on Facebook or have that app downloaded or that type of thing. It's broader than that. So that's the beauty of this piece there. Final thing then, I think, is to just be aware of social media and where you should be on social media, and not just try to be everything to everybody, but to evaluate that, take a look at that. So there's some emerging ones. You need to be aware that TikTok is emerging. There's Clubhouse that is emerging for that's audio only conversations. And so these are some trends to consider and be aware of if your target demographic is there. But the first two, these SMS marketing, what audiences are using or reading their text messages? Tons. So that one's relevant to tremendous amount of audiences. And browser web push notifications, who's using their web browser and a desktop computer at some point in time, and even push notifications that are allowed on the browsers on mobile, like Chrome. Lots of people. So that one is relevant to a lot of demographics there. So I wanted to talk about those emerging trends, and keep this short, keep it snappy, because the final thing I want to say is micro content. Okay. I'm trying to keep my podcast shorter. I'm trying to keep everything shorter, because what do? I consume shorter amounts of content online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. I want short things. Even my podcast, I want shorter things. I listen to Snacks Daily, about 10 minutes. I listen to the NPR's morning quick update, which is like 6 minutes, bite-sized content. All right. So we got to keep things bite-sized, micro content for video, for audio, use those pieces. That's what's emerging. And that's what you need to do to be relevant. I'm trying to stay within that, so I got to shut this down. Okay. This is Mike with a Halftime Mike podcast. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.